Well, hello again. It is Sunday, November 5th. As you can see from the reflection in my sunglasses, the sky is blue, the weather is nice. It's a beautiful November day here in Tucson. And the fact that it is the 5th of November is significant to some, including me, because I'm reminded of a well-known couplet. Remember, remember, the 5th of November, the gunpowder treason and plot. I can think of no reason why the gunpowder treason should ever be forgot. Yeah, you probably recognize that, and that's fine. Yeah, I've seen that movie too. But didn't come here to talk about the movie. I wanted to say a little bit more about the Democrats, the Democratic Party, and the chances for a Democratic victory in November of next year, a year from today, almost. I mentioned previously that the Democratic Party leadership leaves a lot to be desired. I find them basically lackluster, unconvincing, unpersuasive, and frankly, they're, as far as I'm concerned, a bunch of pussies. In the sense of short for pusillanimous. But still, regardless of the iniquities of the Republican Party and the inadequacies of the Democratic Party, we are still, today, in this country, a democracy, and that should never, ever be forgotten. Because in spite of what the Russians did or tried to do, in spite of what the Republicans and Donald Trump helped them to do or encouraged them to do, in spite of what the Democratic leadership told Hillary not to do, what Democratic Party leadership across the country and state and local organizations have told candidates not to do, in a democracy, we decide. The choice ultimately is ours. And there's another factor having to do with Hillary Clinton's loss that is often overlooked. Yeah, she won by the popular vote by 3 million more votes than Donald Trump. However, it's not the popular vote that elects a president. It is the electoral vote that elects a president. And it has been that way since the beginning, since the founding of this republic. And who didn't know that? Raise your hands if you thought that the Electoral College was archaic and obsolete and didn't matter anymore. Guess what? Now you know. Well, the Electoral College isn't going to go anywhere anytime soon. And certainly not without a constitutional amendment that's going to require a lot of debate, a lot of discussion, and probably more time than the Congress will allow for it to be passed or not. Anybody besides me remember what happened to the Equal Rights Amendment? Well, at this point, any constitutional amendment abolishing the Electoral College would probably have much the same end, because the Republicans have so gerrymandered districts throughout this nation that anything that goes against that is not going to pass. So here's the thing. If the Republican Party has rigged the game, how did they get away with that? We can't just simply blame the Democratic Party for that. We can't just simply blame incompetent leadership of the Democratic Party for that. We have to own up to our own responsibility and acknowledge the fact that we let them, we the voters, we the people, let the Republicans get away with that. We the people let the cowardly leadership of the Democratic Party get away with being cowards. And it's up to us to stop that. The point that I wanted to make about Hillary Clinton's 3 million vote majority is that obviously 3 million votes is not enough. Not anymore. Not against a clever, canny, and resourceful opponent like the Republican Party. And even, yes, Donald Trump. Donald Trump is no dummy. I don't care what Lawrence O'Donnell says. Lawrence O'Donnell is a very clever man. He's a very intelligent man. I respect him and I admire him. But on this particular point, I disagree vigorously with Lawrence O'Donnell. Donald Trump is not stupid. Nobody who is genuinely stupid lasts as long and escapes as often as Donald Trump has. And it is up to us, the people, to remedy that situation. Because the Democrats in Congress aren't going to do a thing except investigate and have hearings and more investigations and more hearings and more investigations and more hearings. They're going to talk and debate and investigate this issue to death. And the Republicans are content to let them, because when the Democrats are distracted, then they're not paying attention to what the Republicans are doing. And the Republicans just plain don't care about the rest of us. They don't care if we crawl up their ass to see the shit coming down. They don't care, because shit is shit, and they're going to dump it on us. And the Democrats are going to let them do that. I wanted to point something else out. Take a look at the political map in this country. How many red states are there? A lot. There are a few blue states, but most of the states are red. What that means is that the governors are Republican. The legislatures are controlled by a Republican majority. Now, not all of those red states have large electoral counts, but enough of them do that's how Donald Trump won. He won the red states. He carried the red states. And that's how electoral math works. So, my question to everybody is, why are there so damn many red states? We need to work at the local level. We need to elect governors who are Democrat. We need to elect state legislators who are Democrat. We can't just simply win the elections next year, the congressional elections next year, get a congressional majority that's Democrat in both the House and the Senate, and then walk away congratulating ourselves saying we have stopped the Republican advance, because we haven't. It's those red states that make the difference. It's those red states that carry the balance, and we need to turn more of those red states blue. Not purple, blue. We need to elect more Democrats. We need to support more Democrats who are willing to talk boldly and bravely and address the issues that we need to have addressed. We need to elect more Democrats who are going to tell the leadership of the Democratic Party, you know what, thanks for the money, but this is my campaign. Let me run it. Thank you very much. It's up to us. It is up to us to not be deceived, not be fooled, not be beguiled, and not be swayed by the counter ads of the Koch brothers and Republican candidates who are going to tell you that the Democratic opponent, the Democratic candidate, is no damn good. Well, let me tell you, compared to the Republican incumbent, who is no damn good, compared to the Republican challenger, who is no damn good, I'd vote for my dead dog before I'd vote for a Republican. And we need to have the same kind of tough-minded belief, the tough-minded attitude. And I think that's about all I have to say for the moment.